humans, we are the humans on the planet now that represent breathing together, if anybody's going to represent it. I don't have to tell you about all of the lack of unity on our planet, but for us to be the humans on the earth right now, standing for the power of reconnecting and breathing together. These two aspects. This year, this theme was not to be, many of the themes that we've carried would have you looking at the breath as medicine for yourself, as it absolutely is. But the part that we've been missing, if you ask me, as humans, is this aspect of us breathing together consciously. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit of where that's been in our history and going to tell you where we arrived with it in this vision with something that is called 10 breath challenge. One moment, sharing my video. Nayada, it won't let me choose optimize for video sharing for whatever reason. So let me know if this doesn't work correctly as I pull this up. Really? It's just choosing not to open.
Are you hmm,
It's just in advanced and I'm on share video file. And
mhm.
now as I choose the
Is
video,
it open?
it
Is the video
just,
open?
I'm clicking open and it's just choosing not to. Oof. Oh, here we go. Okay, good. Can you
There we
see
go.
that?
Yep.
Thank
Well,
you.
yep, there it is.
All right. You are standing amongst a family of breath workers. And if you ask me, what are breath workers? They are superheroes of the breath. Superheroes of the breath. Someone found something out about the breath and decided it was so important to say it to you. The breathing is the language that your mother spoke to you in before you were born. Your ears opened up at month 4, and life had it that for 5 months you would sit there and hear mama breathing. If she was tired, you'd hear it, you'd feel it. If she was active, you'd hear it. If she was anxious, you'd hear it. Because the breath is the language your mother spoke to you in before you were born.
Hello and welcome to World Breathing Day 2025, a day to pause, reconnect and breathe. I'm excited to introduce you to our 10 breath challenge. Here's how it works. Find someone, maybe a friend, a family member or even a stranger, and face each other, look into each other's eyes and get ready to take 10 synchronized conscious breaths together. As you breathe together, focus on the present moment. With every inhale and exhale, feel the connection growing stronger. And when you finish, ask yourself, how do you feel now? You might be surprised at the shift of energy and clarity that comes from just a minute of mindful breathing. It only takes a minute, but its impact can last all day. We believe that by reconnecting with ourselves and each other, we create a ripple effect of calm and positivity throughout our community.
Woo! And so there is an invitation to you to become a representative of the breath by simply putting up a video of you and someone else breathing 10 breaths together. Robin called this forth. This was from his heart vision. And so we want to honor it. So even if you do it today, anytime this weekend, remember what I said, that we must remove the obscurity of breathing together in order to have it. But that's all it takes. Soon as we do that, watch what happens. We bring life back to this idea of spiriting together. And so I'm here to share with you to take a look at the hieroglyphics. Was this a mother kissing her child? Or was this the act of the life force beaming down from the sun and being breathed in? Do you see what happened in history? What happened in the early Christian church? Watch, look at this illustration. Did anyone ever tell you that this was two of the disciples of Christ coming close to each other to breathe together in an act that was considered a ritual in the early Christian church called conspiratio? Now let's look at that word. Conspiratio has the word conspire in it, doesn't it? Conspiratio. And so conspire, literally from the Latin meaning together to spirit. But what if we allowed this to be even if it has its feet in religion, to be bigger than religion, to find that it has found its way all over the world in different ways and to re-own it. And so having a look at these, did you ever see these pictures? Did anyone ever tell you this was them breathing together? Doesn't that move you? Doesn't that make you say, wow, they spirited together? Now, what stopped them? I will tell you, in history, it was the plague. The plague came, and people said, you know what? I don't want to breathe together close. I might catch something. Does that sound familiar? When I first heard about this, I had no idea that we could go through this as a planet. And then COVID happened. And I was standing in a world as a breath worker, you know this if you're a breath worker, where the world was being told to be scared of the air. And so I bring this up because we are the ones living on the planet right now that must re-own the power of breathing together if we are to evolve it beyond those that came before us. If they already were breathing close to each other, take a look. This is the historian Ivan Illich, who wrote a whole piece on the power of conspiracy. And he says here, widespread in the early Christian church, at another historical moment of punishment and ruin, conspiratio, breathing together or mingling spirits in Latin. You see, there is something that tight-knit the powers of community in the early Christian church in Europe. And then we found it in the European dynamic. There was connection that the historians wanted to describe, but without knowing that they breathed together, you don't get the full answer. And so I want to take this. This is interesting that you see St. Peter and St. Paul on their way to martyrdom. And this was made, this painting was made to remember that they would do this holy kiss. It was not a kiss, it was a breath. And so if you've ever stood in a church and people turn around and say, peace be with you and peace be with you, this is the post-plague version of breathing together. And so taking it to the Maori people of New Zealand, we find that they have a practice called hongi. They touch foreheads in order to breathe together and to unify this power that there is one spirit. There is one power breathing through us, that we take a look here. There is a beautiful, I'm waiting, I'm trying to click into it. There's a beautiful woman or two women in 1913 breathing together this hongi, if I can catch it. There. Look how beautiful that is. A mother and son with Down syndrome, two brothers from the tribe. The aspect of breathing together is not obscure unless you let it be obscure. You see? This is us breathing together in mass, and see people sweeping their hands through, letting it be unobscure, letting ourselves breathe together. This is in Copenhagen. This here is in a festival, Lucidity Festival, Southern California. This here in Dublin, Ireland. And I bring you to Hawaii, where we find this word, aloha. It's the most spoken word in Hawaii. But did you know that the Proto-Polynesian roots of this word mean presence or face and breath? The presence of the breath, or in the face of the breath. Woo! Perhaps this has kindled something inside you that shows you a way that we will unify beyond the old ways, bringing back some of these old ways so as to own, as the people on earth now, breathing together. And so I share with you this symbol. Yay, Layla Edwards, they had this up in the background, sharing from last year. Those of you in the IBF family know I announced this in 2019 at the JIC on Friday in closing, that we would put out together a symbol that would mean to breathe, a conscious breath. Now, I'm here to tell you that this has two functions. First, it has the function of inviting a breath. And so a teacher and many teachers about to, in many classrooms, you'll see in the conscious breathing in the classroom segment a little later today, we're going to be sharing how this is headed into schools so that the teacher can create this moment at any moment where they put up the sign and they invite the language invitation to breathe. This becomes language. They can put it in a homework assignment. Now the child's breathing a conscious breath at the top or the bottom of homework. But I told you there's two reasons here, and one of them is to enact a conscious breath. The other is a Trojan horse for peace. What do I mean? I mean that if I ask you to breathe with this symbol, you're breathing with it for yourself. But the moment that we march a whole group of humans into a stadium and we're having a music event or a concert or some type of conference, and this comes up on the screen, and we've all agreed already that this is the one breath symbol, is the name of it. Then when we breathe in that moment, we will be breathing together. The moment any group puts it up and the group goes, nobody's going to say, hey, are you Muslim? Are you Jewish? Are you Christian? Are you Hindu? Are you Buddhist? No, they're going to see the sign and we'll breathe. And at that moment, we will be owning again, as the humans of today, the power of breathing together without any other permission. And so an announcement to all of you that know and love Do As One. This is our nonprofit organization that has the World Breathing Room. You can go to worldbreathingroom.com. It's still up, but we have a new version that is coming out very soon. I tried to get it done for World Breathing Day and we couldn't, but know that you will be receiving communication soon about a place online where we breathe together. And the more we do that as leaders of breath, the more we will lead our humans, for our beautiful brothers and sisters on the planet, in ways that we haven't, in ways that we would like to, but didn't know how. And so I mean it when I say remove the obscurity of breathing together. I often will see it where a person has studied one modality of breath work, and because that modality uses mouth breathing, they think everything needs to happen through mouth breathing. Let's shift that. Let's invite the powers of different approaches while breathing together and let it be not obscure. I invite you to continue coloring this in. Moving right along, I wanted to let you know, actually, let's head into a little practice. And so from this place, I'm actually going to not use music and go back to gallery view. And there's a reason I want to do this. Did not plan this, but I want to do this. I want to invite everyone to unmute unless you're in a loud area. And I'm going to invite gallery view. If you'd like to put the gallery view up for yourself where you see everybody, I think you can do that on your own computer. But I'm going to invite us to unmute and allow there to be sound. And I'm going to invite you all to breathe, utilizing your palms out and in. And I want to invite you to know something magical about Zoom. If we were to sit in a large group in front of one person, only a few people would be lining up this place, this third eye, first eye, facing each other. Okay? But if we're sitting on Zoom, all of us facing the screen are facing our third eye to third eye. I discovered something magical about this. It was causing me and my clients to show up in the same color of shirt every time. I have a gallery of over 80 photos of clients showing up in the exact same color. We wondered what's going on, and it's the power of oneness. But how are we accentuating it is by facing each other and breathing together. And so now I invite you to allow yourself to face the camera, face it, allow yourself to utilize your palms, and don't question the act of how we're breathing. Invite the breathing aspect as I invite it and go with it. And so for a moment before we breathe, stretch up out of the shoulders. Roll the shoulders. Even a decompression of 1 or 2 millimeters assists the breath work in this upper collarbone. And a slight tug to the top of the head, tuck of the chin, shoulders pull down, and the spine is straight. And so we're going to do activation breathing faster than the usual, allowing ourselves now to inhale slightly. Blow it out together, family. Blow it out. Nayada, you can unmute everybody if you want. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Follow my pace.
I'm not gonna do that because if people are in a loud space, I don't want that.
Okay, sounds good.
But if everyone can unmute and you're not in a loud space.
If you're not in a loud space and you like to unmute, I'm trying to allow the sounds that happen to happen with the breath. Here we go. Breathe it out. Breathe in. And continue. Breathe it in. Blow it out. 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 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Breathe it in. Blow it out. Hold it out. Hold it out. Bounce your palms to the ground. You might feel your palms zinging, little tingle. Breathe it in. Pull it in. Breathe it in. Hold it. Blow it out. Repeat after me, if you will, out loud. I am unconditional love. Say it. I am unconditional love. Breathe it in. Blow it out. Give it away. Repeat after me, if you will. I am joy.
I am
joy. Breathe it in.
joy.
Blow it out. Give it away. Repeat after me. I am beauty. I am beauty.
I am beauty.
Breathe it in. Blow it out. Give it away. Now, for any part of you that didn't believe it the first time, repeat after me. I am beauty. I am beauty. Breathe it in. Blow it out. Give it away. And now pulsate these intentions into the space with me. 11 fast breaths, same style. Here we go. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. Keep it going. Last one. Blow it out. Hold it out. Hold it out. Notice you're not needing the breath. You just pumped air. Body's okay. Hold it out. And breathe it in. Hold it in. Hold it in. Relax your shoulders down. Exhale the H sound into the ground. We push. Sweep the palms up. Little bow of thanks. And now look into the screen. Put your palms facing up, facing the screen, and feel. Feel whatever there is to be felt. Feel. Feel, yeah. A delicious connection that was born through the breath. Notice The breath doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a religion. It doesn't have a separative vehicle. Therefore, the breath is the perfect place for us to meet for peace.
Mm.
And so I invite all of you to know that we will be cooking a breathwork spot online called World Breathing Room. We back out in your hands very shortly, and we will be inviting breath workers to do sessions like this to get people interested in the power of us breathing together. And so little palms together, little prayer out to Robin Lawley. Blessings to my IBF family. Woo. Tears of joy. Woo. Thank you. I'm Rabie Hayek, uh, Director of World Breathing Day. Excited to be your host today. But boy, the emotions are absolutely bubbling over. And so I hope you're feeling fantastic. Um, Please leave in the chat where you're at in the world. I'd love to see a string of where people are at, particularly if you're in Europe before you head away for the rest of your night. And thank you. Thank you to everyone. All right.